All right. Good morning, my bows and bow ties. Let me see if I can get myself together. All right. You guys have to excuse the situation. You're like, what is going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. See, I am in the middle of getting ready for work. Why can't I get myself together? I have not had time to set up a proper live broadcast or edit any video. So this is the real deal. It's 6:05. I wanted to be out of the house already, but no, I'm too busy still trying to get my life together. Now look, let me tell you something. Normally I try to set it up with an intro and have some chapters or what do you call it, like little banners or whatever. I don't have time. This is the thing. This shiggity is hard trying to create real middle-aged content. For one, I am hand strapped for time. All right, because at the end of the day, hold on a second, let me grab my coffee. At the end of the day, I am sitting here trying to manage way too many things. Way too many things. I'm like, I don't know how people do it. All these people out here, they must not have kids. And if they do, they must have like 20 nannies. Because me trying to get on this damn YouTube app is really, really difficult trying to create content. All right. I think the biggest thing is it's like you want to actually have a plan. You want to have a schedule, but not just a schedule, but you want to have like a real plan for how you're going to go about structuring your videos. And I try to take pride. I try to take pride. I do take pride in doing that. Yes, I frost. So I'm sitting here like, I wanted to do several videos, and I'm not going to divulge what the topics are because, well, there's no surprise there. But I'm sitting here on a struggle bus. I was supposed to try to set one up for last night, but I just couldn't. Like, I literally didn't have time, and I was super tired. I already had that raccoon eyes. You guys would have been scared. You would have been like, Halloween is over. Halloween is all the way over. I don't understand why you're trying to pick your favorite animal or something. Anyway, I think too the thing is because I tend to do a lot more streams versus videos. I do that because it's a lot easier for me to hit record and just speak to what it is I want to talk about versus all the editing and special effects, right? Because I don't have all those cycles and it's frustrating. I think one of the things I would like to do is when I wanted to have more people come on these live streams, more surprise guests come on a live stream. But all the people I know who are middle aged, well, they're busy too. They're busy too. Trying to get women to come on is like a tall order. So I stopped asking. Middle aged women are like, nope, sorry, trying to get this perfect. So middle aged women are like, no, I'm not doing that. Maybe one, but I don't know why I'm doing this. This is not working out. So anyway, that's just what I'm up against. Trying to get people to come on is difficult. Um, and like I said, there's the act of getting people to come on to the live stream, but then there's the act of actually being a willing participant for an hour, and some of these go longer than that. The difficulty is there. But I think, like I said, my frustration lies in it's like I really wish there would be more people who are willing to get out here and put this middle-aged content out there. And I keep saying middle-aged for a reason because you start to really mature into yourself and you have some cycle, some experience behind you. We need to create it. We need to be the kryptonite. Let me tell you how much of a ding dong I am. This past weekend, when all of the hubbub was centered around the Travis Scott thing, I didn't really know who he was. I mean, I had heard of him because he was with one of those Kardashian people, but I was like, I guess he's a rapper. I didn't know if he was like on TV. I didn't know what he was. When all that stuff went down and they were like, it's Astroworld. I'm like, what's Astroworld? Is it like a stadium? Is it a special event like a Coachella or something? Like what is this? What is this Astroworld? Let me tell you something. I have not clicked on a single one of those thumbnails. I have a point to this. What I'm saying is I've been hearing these news reports where people reporting on the fact that there were people. Okay, my little robot thing is really just possessed. The little floor cleaner thing. I just want to see what that is. All right, let's see. Where is it? Can you, I gotta get out of the picture. Yo. Anyway, so I'm sitting there like, what the heck is this astral thing, stuff like that. Come find out, people are dying and stuff, getting trampled, and they're saying that it's very demonic. And I'm like, this is why, like, we got to be careful of the kind of content that we are creating, the kind of content that we're creating out there. So here I am. I'm trying to be so committed to putting out something that's like the kryptonite to that craziness, right? Like you want to like put out some good content, and I'm like, I'm on a struggle bus. Let me tell you something. The devil is alive and well. The devil is kicking. I'm like the obstacles and the barriers. Now, what I didn't get into was yesterday I had the crappiest Monday. It already felt like it was like Wednesday, even though today is Tuesday. I was just like, I have nothing left to give. I'm not gonna get into the reasons why because people don't typically care about that. But what I will say is this. There's nothing worse than feeling like you are giving your everything, and it's not good enough. Yesterday felt like horrible. So anyway, I wanted to give back to this particular app here. Sorry, I wanted to watch a couple of things because apparently in my family we are this dysfunctional. I wanted to give back. Turn this down so you can hear me. I wanted to give back and put some stuff out there, and I was like, this is hard, especially when you are brand new, such as myself. They don't know who you are. They're not really going to click on yourself, and I'm just like, okay with it. I have to be okay with it. But I'm like, I'm trying to put out content that's meaningful, and it sucks because it's hard. Especially when you have to sit there, you have to motivate yourself. You have to be self-motivating. Sorry, I need some more dish detergent. You have to be self-motivating. You're going to have to drive yourself. You got to be your own hype woman or hype man if you're a man. Anyway, so here I am sitting here knowing I should be on the road so I can get out. I have an appointment after work today. And then I got like, I think, do I have conferences today? I can't remember. I gotta check my phone. But it's like, yeah, I gotta do all this stuff. And I don't want to make it seem like this is a woe is me because it's not. These are first world problems. I recognize that, okay? But what I will say is when you're middle aged with kids, you really just don't even have time. So here I am. I'm like, what the heck is this Travis Scott thing? And why is this taking over all the news? I still have not clicked on a single article about it because honestly, I care that there are people who were injured. I don't care about who this guy is. And like, I don't care. It's not something that I want to spend a whole lot of cycles on worrying about who, who is inciting craziness. And I think the reason why most people my age who don't care the Gen X crews because we're like at the end of the day, we didn't get participation trophies. We didn't have to, and I'm not saying this wrong about the whole inclusion and all that stuff like that, but it's like we gotta constantly listen to all this. Like everybody has to be treated a certain way, and you should. I believe in equality and stuff like that, but now it's all this everybody. I don't know. The culture out here is weird. You got all these identities. I can't even keep up. I can't keep up with acronyms. I can't keep up with the identities. Everybody identifies as a fish or something. I don't know. Anyway, the point I'm getting at is sitting here in this middle age thing, we don't have time to listen to all the crazy shenanigans. I don't have time to keep up with pop news. I didn't even have time to prepare a proper live. I'm sitting here doing a couple of dishes that should have been done last night when I should have been on the road. I wanted to prepare a reasonable broadcast. I didn't even do that. I couldn't even get that right today. So when people tell you, oh, just go out there and just start a YouTube channel, let me tell you something. They are not being intellectually honest. This is actually harder than people give it credit for. I mean, you can get started by pressing the record, but to put out real content that's meaningful, that is actually structured in a way that people can consume it, that the video doesn't look terrible, the audio doesn't look terrible, that you're on some sort of schedule. I mean, because these people out here in these YouTube streets, they are fickle. Anyway, that's just where I stand with it. I was trying to push something out. Really, this is called the real deal. I think that's what my thumbnail says for this. This is actually supposed to be a thumbnail for something else. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to surprise you. But anyway, that's just where I'm at with it. I tried to do my best to get some content out. I'm over here struggling, feeling some kind of way in my feelings because apparently I am struggling with producing content on the schedule that I want to produce it on. YouTube is full of crap when they say, oh, just get out there and you can just do this, that, and the other. And fact of the matter is, they push what they want to push. I know when it comes to black content, if it's not rocket, it's not going to be pushed. I know there's not enough black middle-aged content out here where people talk about the real stuff, like how do I raise my child who's a teenager who decided that he doesn't really want to have to deal with school. Smart or not. How do you raise kids like that? How do you, how do you keep kids, motivated? How do you deal with kids black kids who think, oh, that, that they have the same set of privileges as white kids? I wanted to talk about why middle-aged women don't sleep. There's a lot that goes into it. And I'm over here freaking doing dishes because apparently my family didn't think that they needed to do the dishes last night. I may have to have some words about that when I get home. I'm like, I don't work for you. Anyway, all right, so look, this probably is not the best live. I'm not even taking it down. Y'all can think whatever you want because that's just how I'm feeling today. This is the real deal. This is the real deal. Gonna get the rest of this coffee in my cup. I got about, it's 6:17. I got about 2 or 3 minutes before I need to get on this road. All right, so look, I don't know. Thanks for listening.